Alright, so Dominic has his pallets here. Now that all the leaves are falling, we're going to start taking our sloppy gross compost and start mixing it in layers with the leaves that are around the property. So his plan today is to build the compost bins.
So when we moved here, we inherited that green barrel. It was just full of like compost, but it wasn't turned or anything, so it was really slimy and gross. So I made this really ugly looking pile just there on the ground that I've been turning over. I was turning it over a lot at first, but I've slowed down now because it's small and it doesn't really get that hot in the middle anymore. So we're going to use some of the pallets we bought a couple weeks ago, and I'm finally going to get an organized compost system going. So me and Martin gathered up these leaves this morning, and I'm going to make one stall out of those 3 pallets this morning, and then I'm thinking I'll add 2 more stalls, but I don't want to do that today because I'm thinking I might do something else. I have a couple of plans that I'm thinking about, but the standard plan is to make 3 stalls with the pallets and just cycle your compost through them. So I'm going to make one today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay in layers of leaves and then put on that really green heavy compost over there.
I know.
And just go back and forth like layer leaves, that stuff, layer leaves, that stuff. And then when I clean up the chicken coop every week, it'll have lots of chicken poop in it. And also like wood shavings and hay and stuff, so it'll do a pretty good balance as I add to it. And, I guess we're going to have to depend on leaves for the majority of our compost for the next little while because we don't have enough animals really to generate enough food to keep the compost going, but we'll just do chicken scraps or kitchen scraps that the chickens can have and leaves. And hopefully, we're going to let the chickens out today. Hopefully they'll pick through the compost as I'm putting it in there, and then I'll let them scrape it all out, and I'll just throw it back in and let them scrape it out with as much as they want every day and just shovel it back on top, and they'll keep adding manure and urine to it and aerating it and eating the bugs out of it and stuff. So, yep, that's the plan. So I'm going to do that now. See that the chickens are doing exactly what I wanted them to do. They're getting into the compost. Oh, here comes the last straggler. Maybe one more I think is in there laying an egg now, and then they'll all be out. But they're in the compost. They're in both parts of the compost actually, which is perfect. Which is just what I want. So it's going well so far. I see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there's one inside sitting on eggs still. Only 2 chickens went into my barn, my shed. And only 1 pooped in there, so we're doing alright for numbers. And that golden guy coming around the front, he's my favorite. Although he's a bit skittish. She, I should say. She's pretty skittish, but she's the unique one out of the bunch. Trying to make progress on a few jobs anyway. Well, you don't like that little guy. I put the chicken scraps on top of that compost pile. They've been scraping through just the regular leaves, but they don't want to climb up that pile. I've only seen one up there today, but I'm hoping that once they start scraping it, they'll scrape it all out, and then I can just throw it back in, and it's well mixed then. Lower them up with some rice. Hopefully once they figure it out, they'll go right in there. There you go, buddy. Drive it in ya.
Dominic is, this is the compost that Dominic put together last week, and the chickens have been scratching it a lot and kind of turning it over, so he's going to turn this over and he's going to build a second stall today, but he'll probably tell you more about it. Is that pretty much it?
What's going on?
I'm just saying what's happening. It said the chickens are scratching in it and you're going to build one.
So when I bring out the daily kitchen scraps, I throw them on top of the compost pile and they just work their way through it. Scratched a bunch out. I still got a lot of extra leaves here I can use. So today I'm just going to shift it from this bin to the other bin. I should talk towards it, should I?
Yeah.
I'll shift it from this bin to the other bin, and then that'll give it a good mix. Then I might add a third bin. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But the chickens have been doing a pretty good job so far. Not sure if you can see it on the video, but there is a decent amount of steam coming out of there. It's not a particularly cold morning, but let's see if I can set you guys up better for the digging part. We had a lot of rain this week, so it's quite wet. Probably wetter than it should be. But we're still getting steam, still cooking, so we're not in a big hurry. Doesn't have to be perfect. So, composting has been going so-so. We had that big pile of stuff that was left here when we first got here, and that burned out pretty fast. And now I'm finding I got way more browns than greens, meaning a lot of leaves and straw and not enough food scraps, because whenever I put out the food scraps, the chickens just devour like 90% of it. So I'm guessing it's not going to be too steamy. It's chilly this morning. It's probably like 1 or 2 degrees right now, Celsius. And I got some pumpkin in there now, and when Halloween's over tonight, I can throw in the other pumpkin, but I didn't chop them up or anything, so that's probably going to be slow going. But the chickens are going through there. We're getting chicken manure in there. But like I said, it's always in straw or in wood shavings, so it's not going to be super hot. But the chickens pass through there a lot too, so they're directly manuring on it and stuff. So hopefully that'll help. So I'm just trying to think of other places I could get greens, because honestly we don't have that many kitchen scraps. So I need to hit up a local Robin's Bakery or something and see will they give me their coffee grounds, because for the amount of compost I want to have, this is not going to cut it. So maybe once I have pigs or something it'll help too, but yeah. So we're going to have to kick Whitey out. I'm going to stir up the left-hand side. That's like, the left-hand side is the stuff I took out of the chicken coop last week. Just some old straw. And the really dark stuff I put over on that side, because I was hoping that it would compost pretty good. And it looks like it's actually doing pretty good over there now. Maybe we will get some good steam shots this morning. And then the drier stuff I put on that side with that pumpkin, and we'll see how it goes. And Jenny just put the chicken stuff in there. So I'm going to stir up the left side just to mix it in a bit, and maybe step on a pumpkin and smash it up a bit. And then I'm going to transfer that side over to there. And my buddies are all coming over to get in the compost now, but I'm going to have to disturb them, I guess. So, as predicted, a very small amount of steam that came out, so need to find some greens. Don't know what I'll use though. Cut my grass, I guess. That's probably what I'll do. Yep, we'll have to see next week. Hopefully it goes better.